That's true.
You're literally playing D&D.
I was gonna say we're all yeah. There's that.
Well, there's that kind of a point, yes.
Not just playing.
That's a bit loud.
Chess, I was playing Smite today on Chernobog, and I actually did okay. Probably because I was playing against other noobs, but I got a pretty good KD ratio going.
Oh, that's pretty good. How do you like Chernobog?
I actually really like him. He's probably my favorite I've played so far.
Have you dashed into a wall yet?
Multiple times. Mostly to
Okay.
get out of ults or like people trying to kill me, and it was very enjoyable.
I can't tell you how many people it took multiple games for them to realize, oh my god, I can turn into a shadow in the wall and then get another dash. Whoa!
I think that's just evidence that gamers don't like to read, because it's literally in his skill description.
I hear
That's
a peep.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I never read.
Yeah,
right.
reading is for the weak.
Yep.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, rest of D&D, I will be back to come hang here in a few minutes, but I have to go get your lovely DM a cup of coffee made. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Honey, the stream is live. You guys are good.
Fantastic.
All right. I'll be back in a bit.
Nobody
Hey.
say anything embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
There we go. Got it out of the way. Got our bad rolls out of the way.
Yep.
Let us begin. Let me see. Roll real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess I'm not counting. Yeah. So, Steros, would you mind recounting what we did last time?
In just a moment, I'm opening up my notes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Get
no
some
rush.
notes open.
All right. I'm gonna say it as my notes read because I think it's funny.
Oh, please do.
Oh god.
We entered the tent over after being spooked by illusions and laughter, then meet Spider Teeth. We have a bit of a confrontation with her, or with what we're trying to do and what we're planning. In the middle of it, we learn that Spider Queen is a god that hates Vezrin and Walt for not worshipping her. Steros attempts to ask Spider Teeth what she's doing. We only get as far as, I'm only punishing the seer, not everyone else, then we're teleported out. After some standing around and witnessing Mannequin make fireworks, we go into the zoo tent, discover that the bars are illusions, annoy the Beast Keeper into dispelling the spell, and then we proceed to murder most of the kobolds, and we save the one that's crying. And the only survivor.
He was crying.
Poor Pogs.
He's probably
Yeah,
still
okay.
crying. He just witnessed all of his friends die in front of him.
Pogs has had a bit of a time. Poor Pogs. I believe.
No.
Hmm?
That you grabbed one friend and beat his other friend to death with him.
It's true,
Yeah.
Steros did do that.
That's right. That was good. I can't believe I forgot that. That's so good.
Look, you rolled a nat 20 for that.
That was beautiful. So I believe, Steros, the last that we ended on is you were planning on running to the info kiosk to grab a ticket. Are you wanting to? I already did that and came back. Or are you wanting to go ahead and roleplay that?
I feel like it's probably easier just to say we already did that.
Cool. All right. I will go ahead and move you guys back to the menagerie map then. And we have a shiny new token for Pogs, courtesy of our incredible, amazing, fantastic, wonderful resident artist, Chess. Hashtag Chess.
Thousand
shout out to
lips
Chess.
Oh,
tape.
yeah. That was so good.
All right, just want to adjust his character right here.
I
Is
like how he has
showing
2
up?
tokens on the map.
He does?
He does.
Does he?
Top right.
No.
Oh no!
What happened?
Oopsies.
Oh.
Everything's
Extra
fine.
pogs.
Double the Pogs, double the fun.
We're
You
pogging,
can't play.
chat.
Right. You can't play Pogs with just one Pog.
Yeah, no, you have to have double Pog. All right,
Right.
so, Steros, you were given the money, I remember last time, for the
Mhm.
ticket. So you have returned and handed it off to poor Pogs, who is still basically just sitting on the ground, kind of looking around himself, munching on the candy that he was given, seeming to be somewhat,
Yeah.
perhaps in shock, not quite sure what to do. But he does take the ticket quite gratefully and he seems to be looking around and waiting for something. And whatever he was waiting for appears to kind of terrify him slightly, and is then fulfilled when that demon that you guys chased off last time, the ringmaster, poofs back into existence where he had formerly been standing, looking deeply annoyed at you and definitely at poor Pogs.
Don't worry, Pogs. He can't hurt you anymore.
It's true. If the info kiosk was correct in saying that tickets make you immune.
At hearing this, the ringmaster furrows his brow and he points at you both and says, "What was that? What did you just say? What did you do? What did you do?"
Steros crosses his arms and gives Ringmaster Bamubula a
Perfect
a
pronunciation.
grin. Ringmaster Booby a smile. I believe you heard what we said exactly.
And what exactly was that, you annoying little worms?
Should we just take this guy?
Rachel brings out his crossbow. I'ma shoot him again. I'ma shoot him.
He holds
Something
up his
tells me
hand.
that
He's
might not be a great
very
idea.
intimidated by the turtle with the fucking crossbow, and he goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's not be hasty here. Let's not be hasty. Look, I can't hurt you, and it would be awfully mean of you to kick a man who can't kick back. Can we agree on that?"
It would be really funny though.
That would be pretty mean.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Wait! I know what you want.
Rachel shoots him.
You're gonna shoot him?
Oh.
Oh, I forgot my dice.
Are you
I get-
legitimately shooting him?
Actually, no, I probably shouldn't.
We love it when the DM asks, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
I have a stat block for him, but I don't think you guys want to do that. That's just my idea. You can do it if you want. I'm not gonna stop you.
We're just gonna get shit on by spiders.
Rachel's just gonna keep his crossbow up for now.
Barnabas
Just in
smiles,
case.
like a very oily, insincere smile, and he holds up his hands. He says, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! I can see you guys are some adventurers that shouldn't be messed with. I'm sorry. Mea culpa. But hey, we could be friends. I know exactly what you're here for. I have done my best to stop you, as is required in my contract, so there are no disagreements between us. Why don't you just leave my employee here so I can discipline him? I'll give you what you came here for, and you can go on your way."
I'm sorry, but he seems to have a ticket now. He's now here to enjoy the circus, and you can't touch him.
Barnabas kind of walks slowly towards Pogs, and he speaks in a very kind of low, aggressive voice. "Is that so? Because I seem to remember that I hired you for a job, and now the rest of your useless trash little friends are dead. I think that all of you still owe me, and since they can't deliver that, you are going to have to do it in their stead. Why don't you give that back to me? Why don't you let these fine fellows leave, you useless little creature, and we can all get on our way."
Now,
Rachel puts his crossbow up towards the ringmaster's head. He's staying with us.
He is deeply taken aback, obviously deeply furious, and Pogs has said nothing this whole time. He's just kind of stared down at his feet. But without taking his eyes, now crossed, off the crossbow that is pointed right at his forehead, he reaches underneath the collar of his shirt and he brings out a key that is hanging on a gold chain. It's very, very familiar to you. It is exactly like the key that you found in the tower that was one of the ones to unlock the soothsayer's chains. And without breaking eye contact with you, Rain Shell, he pulls it from his neck, hands it to you, and says, "Go away," and turns on his heel and tries to, regain a little bit of his composure and walks back into his office.
wait, so bro said, "You know what? Have a key. Bye. Leave me alone." Basically.
Rain Shell doesn't like him. He ain't taking the shit.
I think we're good at negotiating, you guys.
I
We
don't
should go
know what you guys
negotiate for
consider
war.
negotiating.
Sorry, everyone. I don't know about him. He just makes me mad.
No, totally. I totally get it.
I would have
He's
taken
great
great
line
pleasure in
bags.
seeing an arrow in between his eyes. But probably not the best idea.
No, I doubt we'd be standing here if you had shot him.
He did give me this key, though.
We
Looks
may
exactly
need to
like
take
the
that
one
to our
from the
seer
tower.
friend, but we need to be careful about how we do it.
Yeah.
Steros will kind of kneel in a way that's like he's almost sitting on the ground. He has one hand resting on his knees, and the other reaches out to kind of pat Pogs on the shoulder. I apologize for what happened to your friends.
What I did to your friends.
What I did to your friends.
I apologize for the
Yes.
wrestling moves I did upon your friends.
I apologize that I'm such a badass.
Pogs kind of shuffles his feet a little, and he doesn't make eye contact with you. But, in a very small voice, he says, well, friends, stretching it. Clanmates that didn't like me very much, would be more accurate, I guess. I don't know what to do now. I mean, I haven't fulfilled my contract with Barnabas. I still have to stay here and help him guard the key, but I guess you have the key now?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
then...
you'll have to just guard the key with us.
He seems to think about it for a bit. He scratches his ears, or at least the frills that he has instead of ears, and comes to some sort of resolution, stands up, brushes off his knees, kind of rolls his shoulders, and nods, and makes eye contact with all of you and says, then that's what I'll do.
Oh my god, I want to give him a hug.
Rain Shell just gives a nice smile and then says, if I ever see that ringmaster again, I'm going to shoot him.
I hope you do.
Well,
hope we see
after
him
all
again.
Of this, after all of
I
this
do
is over,
too.
maybe we will get that revenge.
Rain
Alright.
Shell has like an
Man.
evil smile on his face.
He tapping his claws together like
Yeah.
Fuck that guy up. I am happy to run Pogs as a kind of DM PC, or one of you can run him. Our very wonderful Azaz has worked up, or I guess Walt has worked up a character sheet for him if any of you want to take him over. I'm fine with either.
I want to run with just my character for now.
That's
I am too, yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I will.
do you guys think he might be safest with the soothsayer?
Probably not. She is currently chained.
Well, if we leave the key with her, then he will guard her. I don't want to put him in any more danger than he already is.
Well, you saw what we
Yes,
did to his friends.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
You also say that like Spider Teeth isn't watching us right now.
Yeah. Ooh, good point. Ooh. All
He
right.
is, but she can't do much. He pipes up from the back.
What do you mean?
Because of the ticket, right?
Yeah, the ticket. That's why
Oh.
she has us and other people like us. People like Barnabas, they can't touch you, but we can. So if they want to hurt you, they have to be creative, but she can't hurt you either. Not right now.
Creative how?
So
Did you have an example?
Oh, mercenaries. That's me. Hi. Well, we can hurt you. Some spell creations, I think, as long as it's not technically demonic, I think that can hurt you. I don't know. Barnabas and my mercenary troop leader, they talked about it a lot, how we could kill. Well, but you guys are nice now. Don't hold that against me.
Of course.
no, I understand.
I understand as well. No need to shoot you with a crossbow.
Thank you.
He brings up one of his hands and taps his bottom beak, chin. Would it be a chin? Would it
Chin
be
beak area,
chin
lower
beak
face
area? just makes a noise with it while he's thinking about it. Then How would she stop us from getting the rest of the keys exactly?
Well, that's what she has everyone else for. There's more keys and there's more people, and they've come up with other ways to keep them safe from you, even if they can't hurt you. And God, are they pissed about that? They can come up with creative solutions. I don't know what they all are, but you should be careful.
I hope there's a clown.
Would you be able to tell us where the keys are?
Oh, I could try. I mean, I know that. Oh, thank you, darling. I had to switch my kobold voice for a minute.
Pog's talking to his dead wife, Ghost.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank you, darling. I miss you so much.
It's not one of the.
Oh,
It's not one of the
good.
ones we just killed, is it?
No. Pogs has no one in his life. He's sad and
Oh, he was so
Just
sorry.
like, just like me.
He's so
Alright.
adorable.
I was so distracted by the coffee, which I desperately need. Give me 1 second.
When I made when I crafted his character sheet, I left him at level 1 with no equipment.
Well, yeah, he threw it all at me.
Exactly right. That was my
I
reasoning.
thought he threw it
too.
on the ground.
He still has no equipment, but I put him up to level 3, so 1 level underneath you guys as a sorcerer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can kind of take care of himself a little bit, but he's not
He's a
exactly
little
a powerhouse.
sorcerer lizard.
He is.
Oh my god!
He doesn't like doing magic though, because his clanmates told him that they wanted melee only, which is why he sucks at melee. Like deeply. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the two
He's
spears
gonna-
that whizzed past me and never touched me show that.
Do we have any spare implements we can lend him?
I'm
Do
gonna,
you?
I'm gonna check my sheet real quick.
While
I've
you
got a
guys
dagger.
are rummaging through your bag for things to kind of come up with to maybe give Boggs more of a fighting chance, he's sitting in
What
there
do you
and
mean?
he's
I'm rummaging through his dead friends.
oh, that
Oh,
too.
there you
Oh
go.
my God.
I-
He's coming up with an answer for your question about what do you know about the other keys. And as you guys are searching, he kind of slowly, as if he's thinking deeply, he says, I know there's 3. I think there's 3. There's one in the ruins of the old city, in the Soothsayer's Tower. And there was 2 imps sent to guard it. I know that for sure, because they were not nice. Then we had one, and there's another one somewhere in the circus, but I'm so sorry, I can't remember where.
Well, lucky for us, we've already got the one that was guarded by imps. And we
Oh.
have this one. So we only need 1 more to go.
You must be very powerful. I guess you'll probably be okay then.
Crazy powerful. Just really, really powerful.
Not that I punched a hole in any of the freak constructs or anything. No, I'm not powerful. Power? No, not me. I'm actually going to take out the rest of the darts that I have, the thorns from the plant,
Oh, fun.
and I will offer them to Pogs as projectiles.
Sounds good.
I've got a
wouldn't give
dagger
him-
he can have.
I wouldn't give him melee things, but you guys are very sweet. Or throwable things. Ranged.
Right?
Hey, he can set them on fire and turn them into tiny little fireballs.
Creative.
I don't have any weapons that I
I'm
can
gonna
give
remove
you.
the
but
darts
here
from my
you go,
inventory.
Pog. Rainshow gave Pogs his hat with the feather plume and put it on
Aww.
No.
Oh,
Dashing.
What abilities does that give him again?
I think it's a hat of disguise. I need to double check. It's in the
his head. Oh,
handout
that's what it's
section.
called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Yep, hat of disguise. You can cast disguise self once per short rest.
oh, that would be handy.
Disguise
take it
himself
back
as a
from
rat with a
Pogs?
hat.
With his big old sad eyes.
No, I'm not gonna take it back. I'll give it to him.
Perfect. He takes everything gratefully. At the hat, he especially looks a little overcome with emotion, and he puts it on, and he puffs up his chest real proudly, and he looks completely ridiculous because he's a kobold wearing a giant feather plume hat. But he looks so happy. It's very much a "you have given Dobby clothes" a sort of emotion.
Aw.
him.
Aw.
We're adopting a couple. You're my friend now. We're gonna have some tacos later.
That's right. Let's see. I'm gonna just I'm gonna give him one of my potions of healing too, just to hang on to.
He will stuff it into his bag.
While also while not crossbow, what the fuck is his name? Rain Shell. While Rain Shell was
His name
looking
is
through
Crossbow.
his yeah, while Rain Shell was looking for his bag, he looks up and he's like, I have a bit of a problem here. I'm only at 13 crossbow bolts. I might need to
Ooh.
get more.
There's a
You
shop.
can't- Have you
There
picked
it
any of them
is.
up that you used?
I don't think you have been. I haven't been recording that you have. But
I've been like removing, like every time I do a shot, I've been for my crossbow bolts I've been lowering the quantity.
Majestic AF.
he's majestic. At your question that
Sparrow,
there's a
what's
shop, Pogs nods and he says, "Yeah, there's a shop here. The guy who runs it is special. But I think you can buy stuff there."
Hopefully they aren't expensive because I only got 10 gold.
Wait,
Should be able to be funny.
did I take away the gold that I used? Now that I'm thinking about it.
I gave you 11.
Yeah. Okay. So
broke now.
I didn't take away the 15 that it cost. So give me a sec. I only have 8 gold.
Perfect. We're all a little on the slender
How much
side
gold
at
is on the
this point.
kobold bodies?
They don't have any. They weren't exactly paid in money. They were paid and you're not dying yet.
Oh, fair enough.
They're attractive.
Is
Was
there a
one of you-
safe place to rest for a while? Do you
What?
know of any?
If you come here to the left, there's the hay pile where we slept. My clan and I.
You slept here?
Well, yeah. No, we weren't really allowed to leave. I only ever did when I was running errands for Barnabas to grab food and whatnot. Well, you could try the soothsayer. I know the lady who runs the circus really hates her, so maybe you're safe there?
We could go
Perhaps.
back to Boone and sleep in the cells.
We could also sleep in front of the warm fire with all the carpets for chilling out.
And, pillows, blankets, all that.
Would that
Back
be
at the
safe?
tent.
Like
Yeah.
outside the tents.
Yeah, would that be safe?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be harmed here. That was, I guess, the
True.
deal, is that this is supposed to be a place where everyone is safe.
Hmm. Well, it might be better for us to stick around at the circus itself so we can maybe see some clues while we're resting. So, would you like to come sit by the fire with us?
Yes, please.
Aww.
Little baby.
I love him.
Alright, I will move you guys off there and onto the main
Oh.
map.
Can I also take all of his friend's stuff?
Oh, he's not there. Nope.
No, directly in front of him. Let me, when we take a break, I will send you a list of what they have. I don't have it up on me, because I closed out that encounter.
I can't believe it.
How dare I?
I like how the fire kind of comes off a little purple.
Oh, yeah, I tried
Yeah.
to. I wanted it to be like magic fire.
Fantastic.
Ooh, that was not what I wanted to play. There we go. Alright, you guys exit the tent, followed by Pogs, who I'm gonna drag out on here. Oh, giant Pogs.
He's amazing and gargantuan, even.
Huge. Oops.
absolutely astounding in stature.
Make him Pog's size, shall we?
Perfect.
There we go.
I don't know about you guys. Getting a little sleepy around here. Maybe it's the atmosphere.
The circus makes you sleepy.
Fighting. It's the fighting part.
I suppose that's fair.
I could keep going if y'all could. Yeah, I said y'all. Sorry, my dad says that.
I only need a short rest for key points, right? Because it says during a rest and not during a long rest.
Then I'd assume short
believe-
rest.
Sorry?
I'd assume short rest if it didn't specify long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I can take watch for a while if you guys want to sleep.
Oh.
Would I be able to get at least a short rest if I were just kind of sitting down while taking watch?
Yeah, so long as you're not doing any like taxing actions, it counts as shortness.
Rachel already ended up falling asleep. He's like inside his shell.
Bro said,
Okay, I guess we're sleeping.
Did you guys pick somewhere specific that you wanted to rest, or just up on this map you're gonna curl up in a corner somewhere?
by the fire.
I thought we were gonna go back to the
Yeah.
soothsayer.
Oh.
Oh, I suggested by the fire,
Oh.
and I thought everyone had. I'm confused.
Oh, the
I
main
am-
bonfire on the map. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was also
am-
a fire in the soothsayer's tent. So
That's what I thought you guys meant at first, but no, the fire here is also quite cozy. There are the kind of like picnic blankets that are all arrayed around it. It's very warm. There's no sparks you have to worry about because it's a magical fire. It's quite nice.
Well, if someone's keeping watch, then I'll try not to worry about anyone conjuring anvils over our heads while we sleep.
Well, why don't you guys rest and I'll keep watch. I was sleeping before you showed up, actually, so I'm okay for it.
Aw. Thank you, Pops.
Portal snoring noises.
That is how it would sound.
Absolutely.
Or
All right,
portals
if you
are-
guys if you're sleeping, I'm presuming you're wanting a long rest then.
Yeah.
Cool. You can go ahead and write that on your character sheets, and I will move time forward. Nothing particular happens as you sleep and curl up. The fire is comfortably warm, and it smells like popcorn and sweet candy. And all in all, considering how horrendous everything has been since you first woke up here, it's a very pleasant nap, and you wake up feeling extremely refreshed. When you do, and you kind of roll over on your various blankets, you see nothing has changed. There is no particular sun in the sky, so it doesn't even seem that time has passed. There's no dawn or dusk. The people are still walking around, not paying you much attention as normal, and Pogs is sitting a little bit away from you, curled up with his knees to his chest, kind of staring contemplatively into the fire and kind of nodding towards you all as he sees that you're coming to.
What a sweet guy.
I would like to point out that as an elf, I only need 4 hours of rest as opposed to 8.
That's right, yeah, because you trance.
gamer sleep schedule.
Man's been
That's right.
hitting the gamer fuel.
Yeah, he has elf G-sauce. Since you are going to wake up 4 hours before everyone else, are you wanting to do something in that time while you're alone, or just have time pass?
I guess I could go speak to Pogs or the soothsayer. No. Yeah, I'll go talk to the soothsayer.
Okay. I will switch you over real quick.
Nerd.
Vezrin, you wake up earlier than everyone else due to your Fey ancestry. You see all of your companions sleeping peacefully and presume that you should probably leave them to their rest, but perhaps you still have some questions for our mystical soothsayer. As you get up and approach her tent, Pogs makes note of you leaving, but he doesn't move to stop you or to wake the others. And as you push open the flap to the tent, things are pretty much the exact same as they were. The soothsayer, minus the chains that you originally saw around her mouth, but still with a few covering, her body and her arms and draped over her shoulders, is sitting in the exact same position where she was, and she looks up slightly as you approach, but otherwise says nothing.
I have a few questions for you.
That would not surprise me.
We met
I
your
can see the future. Of course, it doesn't surprise me.
we met your captor.
Ah, yes. I'm sorry. If I had more of my powers available to me, I would have tried to protect you from her, but I can't even particularly protect myself from her, so there you are. Where are your companions? Don't tell me you're the only one left.
They all died tragically.
Wow.
She doesn't seem to like blink much at that, or really in any way react at all, other than lean forward slightly and say, I do have to ask, considering your ancestry. You didn't do anything to them, did you?
Of course, I poisoned them all.
That is concerning.
Come on. Look in my eyes. I'm lying to you.
You're a drow, my dear. I don't trust anything you say.
Racism aside, I do have some questions. I do have some questions about, what was her name? Spider or something?
Spider teeth. Isn't that fun? You can actually blame Madness for that one. I asked him what he thought the grossest name was.
Yeah.
Thank you, mysterious ghost.
Other than ruining clowns and spiders for me, what is her deal?
Well, I'm limited in what I can tell you. She put certain bindings on me, first that kept me from speaking, then that kept me from practicing my magic, and the third that kept me from revealing certain secrets that would be, I guess, inconvenient to us both if they were revealed. I can speak to you, but I can really say no more unless you bring me the rest of the keys.
We did find one, but I did hastily rush over here without grabbing it.
That was very foolish. You mean you have it in your possession and you haven't brought it here immediately to me right now?
Listen, when a scary clown with sharp teeth is watching your every move and tells you not to free you, you're a little hesitant to help.
That's... That's understandable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to understand. I am a very powerful magician, and I have been kept here trapped as an entertainer, as a plaything for God knows how many centuries, and I am simply fed up, and I want done with it, and I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. Well, maybe you should, but I'm not going to make you.
Well, I do have to apologize for some things, but like I said, I just can't elaborate yet. I'm sorry.
Again, I'm not going to ask for an apology. I know what it's like to be stuck for years somewhere. In a way, at least.
But feel free to ask questions. I will do my best to answer, and if you find me suddenly shutting up, you can guess that you've happened upon something that I cannot say.
Okay. First question. What exactly did you do to be put in this situation?
Ooh, I actually can't hear you very well. I don't know if it's the music, but can you...
No, I can't hear him very well either. He sounds like he's talking through a can with a string.
Yeah, a little bit. Can you up your mic sensitivity or something?
Let me see.
Here, I'll turn the music off.
Has it been like this the whole time, or just
It's
now?
been getting worse, unfortunately.
I don't know. Probably that movie. It's
And
only month old,
the
so-
music wasn't I don't think overlaying or interfering. The music was fine.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it? Okay, it might just be
It's
my...
fine.
It's doubtful that it was done. What question is this?
You now sound like you put a pillow over the can.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you have
I
another
don't know.
microphone you can try?
Let me see. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries.
How dare you be having technical difficulties?
Let me check chat while you... Holy rug store, Batman. Look, I wanted to go for, like, I don't know, fortune teller, Persian feel, you know, magic rugs. So rug store. So sue me. I had a lot of fun, actually, with this map.
I could tell.
Yeah.
How dare he run into an issue? Uh-oh, Peep's jealous because Ford got into my lap and I'm petting him.
Kitten! God, I want a pet cat so bad. I want to pet anything so bad. Freaking madness and his freaking pet allergies.
I'm gonna get shots to fix it. I want a pet just as bad as you.
Are you allergic to cats?
I'm allergic to everything. I wasn't until I was well into adulthood. For some reason, I developed the allergy. So I'm
It
going
happens.
to I'm gonna get some medical intervention on that because I want cats and dogs again.
Yeah, so do I.
That is unfortunate. I can't find my spare mic anywhere.
Use your phone.
I
It
might
might
have
be
to,
better.
unfortunately.
Your allergies just actively trying to prevent you from joy.
Right? So yeah, we're gonna fix that. Actually, I think this fall is when I'm gonna go through the allergy
Yeah.
shot course, so I can
I like that.
have buddies.
Friend.
Technically fall, TikTok, baby.
You right?
Yeah, this is the longest I've gone without having a fuzzy thing of some variety. Thank God you're not allergic to horses.
Yeah.
'Cause that would have sucked.
I love
What?
horses.
Any better?
Yeah. I had horses. I grew up with horses, and I had one of my own for a long, long time. But
he married the
I,
horse girl, chat.
I did.
He did. Dude, you want to know how he got the horse girl? On like the first week I met him, I told him I had to go out and take care of my horse Rocky. And this bitch lit up. He said, "You have a horse? Can I come with?" And I went, "Oh no. That's terrible. He likes horses."
It was cool, man. I
It was
wanted to
love
see a
at first horse, chat.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
I've only been horseback riding very like it was child horseback riding and
Oh,
my
sure.
my aunt
Yeah.
had to like guide the horse, but the other horses were getting jealous, so it wasn't for very long.
I do miss it. I really liked having a fuzzy creature around, even though they do
What
everything they
level
can to
horse?
hurt themselves.
What level of horse girl, like galloping down the hallway or neighing instead of speech?
Look, I have a lot of interests that would have and did make me an outcast in high school. Anime being one of those, horses being one of those, cosplay being one of those. But I keep them on the DL because I like having a professional career.
Keeped.
So I am a secretly deeply ashamed horse girl, if that's a level.
Okay. I've switched. I don't know if I sound any better.
Oh,
I
you
probably
sound better.
Much better.
Much, much, much.
That's embarrassing. Okay. Are we ready to continue then?
Yes.
What was the last thing I asked? I don't.
What question should I ask?
Oh, I remember what I was going to ask. What exactly did you do to get put in this situation?
Oh, well, starting out with a tough one. How can I say this? How can I say this? I made an unfortunate deal with spider teeth, and I am. She's very frustrated. She's trying to pick her words extremely carefully, and through gritted teeth, eventually she says, "I am paying for a mistake I made."
Got it. Given the level of effort you just put into a single sentence, the rest of my questions have become, well, I have a lot less questions now that I can officially ask.
I understand it must be frustrating, but if I didn't want any of this for anybody. I guess I was selfish, and now my entire town suffers for it.
Well, we're trying to fix it. Don't exactly know how to fight the spider.
Yes. Well, bring me the keys. They will unlock my power. I'm still not entirely sure why she even left them available for people to find. Maybe she just thought it would be fun to torture whatever adventurers I sent out to help me. But,
Well, clowns in their games.
Yes. Do I? Do that, and we will make plans together. That's all I can promise.
I'm running into the issue of not being able to promise you that we can get that third key.
Why? You've been able to get them so far. I mean, you're adventurers. You're powerful. That's what you do.
I did almost just die to some cold, so.
Let me think. There might be something I can do once my magical power is restored to me.
Well, I'll do what I can to get that third key, but I don't even know where it is.
Somewhere in the circus is all I can tell you. I'm sure she would keep it close.
Oops. I can look at that. Well, that's about all the questions I had.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. Good luck.
And then he stared for 4 hours.
Are you finished here, Vezran?
I mean, I'll chill out for a bit, but I'm not going to ask any questions.
Right. Then we shall go ahead and move forward to when the rest of our group wakes up. As you do so, you will notice that Vezran is not with you, but Pogs doesn't seem concerned. He's still in that same position, staring at the fire, and again smiles as you all wake up, and kind of does a little wave from where he's sitting.
Oh, gotta wave back. Hey, Pog.
Rain Shell
You know
popped
how-
out of his shell. Good morning.
I love Rain Shell.
Is
Is it morning?
Is it sad that
I
I
don't
really want
know.
Steros to cock-a-doodle-doo?
Do it. You gotta do it. You have to act it out now you've said it.
Alright, Peep, you're gonna hate me. Steros like springs up, like, you know those cartoon board noises as he wobbles.
Hey, that was really good.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a thing.
Walt's reaction to that.
What did
Oh.
I just witness?
This man who just emerged from his shell.
Giant 6-foot chicken bird man just going actual cockadoodle doo.
Sorry, force of habit.
You're forgiven.
My crew hates it too, if that makes it better.
Where's Vezran?
Oh, he woke up before you guys did. He went to the tent with the creepy soothsayer lady.
Oh, how long were we asleep? Do you know?
It's kind of hard to tell time. A while? It's been a while.
A while is certainly a time frame.
Here we go. Go see if we can collect Vesrin.
Yeah, let's see what he's talking to the soothsayer about.
As you get up and kind of gather yourself, Pogs is going to sidle up next to you, Range Cell, because you are the one currently carrying the key, and he is very intent on that.
Okay. Rain Shell grabs Pogs and puts him on top of his shell. Not
Piggybacks!
yeah,
On her
piggyback
hat.
basically.
So cute.
Alright,
Let's
you guys
get
are heading
going.
towards the tent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you enter the tent, there's a little bit of mood. Vezran has been sitting in complete silence for 4 hours, apparently.
I've been making
And-
small.
It's just making small talk, and there's a little bit of tension. You know, the soothsayer seems kind of deep in thought, her fingers laced together, kind of staring into the multicolored crystal ball placed on her table. And Vezran is just making idle small talk as you approach.
Hey guys.
Greetings.
Asking important questions, I see.
I'm glad the drow didn't kill you, like he told me.
Why would you
Well-
tell her that?
Oh,
Stereotypes, I'm gonna play into them.
I can't tell if that's just funny or if you're an idiot.
Believe what you will.
I have been told that you have the next key.
Rain Shell shows the key right here.
Please, if you would. And she holds out her hand to you, and one of the chains around her arm has a big old keyhole that's like right about where her wrist would be, and she gestures for you to enter the key.
All right,
Would
Rain
it
Shell enters
not
the key.
be good?
Is that not a good idea?
How's
Oh.
Pogs reacting?
I was about to just ask, like, would it not be a good idea to wait for the third key?
Oh
To
yeah,
put it
I
in?
should wait. Yeah.
No, please, I have a idea. Look, I don't particularly know why you are allowed to get these for me. I've been thinking about it, and sure, I can understand why that hag would want to torture and mess with you and presume you'd fail, but still, this is giving me back knowledge and power, neither of which a hag would want. But I think there's a small token I can offer you, but I can only do it if I have access to my powers again, and I can only do that with this key.
What do you
Steros
guys
looks-
think?
Steros looks to Pogs first off.
Poor Pogs is a little distracted by the sights and smells and sounds of this extremely overwhelming tent, and you could see, you know, the light of the multicolored sparkles and whatnot reflecting in his eyes, which are as big as dinner plates. He's not processing a thing
Appropriate.
that is happening right now.
God.
Incredibly appropriate. I love it.
His brain has gone.
Yeah, it's pretty much just white noise.
Yeah.
This character is
It's
being
like me,
got
for
it.
real, for real.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this character is IRL madness.
Oh, what? No, not at all.
Loving couple.
Mm.
Jay
I
holds
say we
all the
go
cards
for
in
it.
this relationship.
Are you guys gonna go ahead with it?
I'm for it.
I vote yes.
If Pogs is okay with it, but I'm not sure Pogs has been paying attention.
He is not, no. He's not even reacting to you saying his name.
Oh, buddy.
Colors! Well, if you all think it's a good idea, then I say go for it.
Alrighty. Rainshell goes over to unlock the keyhole.
As you do so, a huge magical puff of, lightning and energy and light comes off from all of the chains and they burst into, like little bits of colored sparks that fly out through the air. Only one chain still remains that's wrapped around her neck, essentially, but the ones that have been draped around her shoulders and the rest of her body are freed, and she gives this huge happy sigh of relief and just closes her eyes and seems to be enjoying the moment of freedom. And then she
Feeling
looks at you
better?
and she waves her hand through the air, and a box appears, just floating in midair as if being supported by an invisible hand. And she moves the box towards you all with a gesture and opens it. Inside the box are an array of 4 beautifully carved golden rings that seem to have a little bit of a magical aura around them. As you move your hand towards them, you can feel a little bit of magical spark. And she smiles and she says, "I have so missed the weave. I have missed it so much. Thank you. Please, take these."
Steros will reach out and take one into his palm. What are these?
Rainshell takes one too.
They're rings. Your drow friend said you had taken damage on my behalf, and I thought I would attempt to stop that if I could. I used to be quite good at making these back in the day. They will help protect you from harm. In D&D world, they're rings of protection, +1 to AC and saving throws.
Ooh.
I will send you all the thingy for it if you want to add it to your character pages.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yes, please.
More than
Yes,
that,
please.
I've
Yeah.
added a little bit of something myself. If you want, you can break the ring. Just throwing it on the ground hard enough should do so, and if you do so, I will appear, and I will attempt to help you. You can only do it once, and of course you won't be able to use the ring afterwards, but maybe there's something I can do to help.
Oh.
So that means 4 total summonings of, well, you.
Yes. If you need me that many times, you might be in some serious issue, but keep in mind, I believe that I cannot leave the circus until you end it for good. You can probably only summon me around here. I'm actually not entirely sure. I think I can create a portal for you to leave now, but you indicated to me that you weren't going to yet, not until all of us had been freed.
Well, it would certainly be the best thing to do, at least in my point of view.
I agree, and I appreciate it. I can help you as much as I can.
Right.
And-
Well, he'll slip the ring onto his already blinged out hands. Rose of Perry, he's got all kinds of rings. Just for looks. It'll
I
go
don't-
nice with the rest of them.
I don't suppose you have any kobold-sized ones.
Kobold-sized? And then for the first time, she seems to notice Pog standing there in the background, who's kind of recovered over his awe and has crept forward towards you guys. And she strokes her chin thoughtfully and says, I hadn't thought to create one. I suppose I can. And then she leans forward and says, "Is he your pet?"
He's
I
our
wouldn't say
protector.
pet.
He's Pogs.
Okay. I'll see what I
He's
can
a
do.
funny little guy.
And she's completely thrown for a loop. You know, before she had been very serious, thanking you for helping her, and now she's just extremely nonplussed, kind of staring at Pogs and staring at you, trying to figure out how serious you are.
Don't worry, he's a funny little guy.
We're gonna try to save everyone, plus or minus a few.
The ones we directly kill.
Yeah.
Is this just saving
Yeah.
throws in general?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, mechanically speaking, well, we have to attune.
Yes.
Okay. So no benefit just yet.
Let me double check that. Yeah, it requires attunement.
Okay.
For the AC as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Until then, it's
will-
just the ring.
I will remove the
I put it
miscode.
in the chat and the handouts as well.
Yeah. I'm not good at reading. I'm a gamer. Sorry.
It's so true. +1 to AC and saving throws while wearing the ring requires attunement, and it looks cool too. I like the little art that they included.
F
Yeah.
You got a
yeah.
little skill.
Well, is there anything else I can do? I will continue to work on creating a ring for a kobold. Well, it's new. It's new experience for me. I suppose he'll be going with you.
That's up to Pogs.
Steros will snap his fingers and call Pogs' name to try and get his attention.
He
Here, boy.
kind of here, box.
Here, boy. Who's a good lizard? Come on.
He probably doesn't appreciate the whistling very much, but he's not exactly in a position to say no, so he will come up to Steros.
He wasn't actually whistling at his feet.
Oh my god.
That was under the table roleplay.
He'll grin a little and sorry, I couldn't think of another way to get your attention. We've used the key for the soothsayer. Would you like to stay with her or come with us?
Does she still have it?
Do you still have the key?
Yeah. Is the key still?
I
in
should have said
existence?
it poofed into mist along with her chains.
Oh, okay. The key doesn't seem to exist anymore.
Broke it? How do you break a key?
Well, now I don't know the details of your contract, but no key, no contract, I assume.
I guess. But now I don't know what to do.
Was your whole life just spent protecting a key?
Oh, well, my original life was hanging with my clanmates, but they're dead. So, I don't know what to do now. I could come with you. I could enjoy the pretty colors. I don't want to be a burden.
We'd love to have you.
I don't like the way you said that.
Well, yes, like, you not say that in the
Wait.
Oh wait, I love spare time. Those are some kobold fashion choices. Yeah, Pogs is going to be extremely decked out by the end of this. He's going to be the person
Yeah.
with the most amount of gear.
Yep.
He's a little baby.
Cute. You gotta make sure he doesn't die.
Well, I suppose I can put it in a way that may be easier for you to kind of understand. We could potentially be your new clanmates if you show wish.
Would yes, that sounds perfect. Awesome. And he gives you his little scaly thumbs up.
Little double double.
Double thumbs.
Who's
He
got
does
two
not
thumbs
have
and new clanmates?
That actually does beg the question. What are you good at?
That sounded a little rude, but
nothing. Is that
Perfect.
okay?
Neither are we. Okay.
Awesome.
I'm good at punching things, I guess, but surely you're good at something.
Well, nothing that anyone ever really needed. I mean, I can do magic, but no one ever really needs magic. And at that, the soothsayer looks deeply offended, but she doesn't say anything.
Aw.
Well, of course we need
Um,
magic. Your magic
Then-
would be perfect.
Then I can magic. I will magic for you, my new clanmates. And he smiles.
Yay.
All I imagine is like a little chibi Pogs just blushing. Yay, magic!
I'm definitely channeling a little madness into this, so you can figure out how adorable madness is.
He's a
Frozen
buddy,
golden retriever.
and I love him.
Yeah. Madness is my beautiful, lovely DM's assistant, has threatened me with death if anything bad happens to Pogs. So
Pogs is precious.
So he will stay forever.
He will kill everybody in this room and then himself.
Mm.
basically, yeah.
You have only had him for 5 minutes.
8
Alright.
hours. We slept. We were just unconscious for most of it.
I was.
That's true.
Frickin' elves. I am going to take a quick break to refill up my coffee because I slurped that shit. We will be
Holy
back.
moly.
I know, right? I needed it. We'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes to move on with Pogs as your new party member, and
Bye,
go
break.
and trying to find the new key.
Hey, perfect.
I need to close my window. I'll be back.
I'm going potty. Be back.
No, not Spurt. Oh God. Pope, why'd you have to mention Spurt?
Oh, pills.
You're
I'll
telling
be right
me.
back as well.
My migraine is back.
Mm.
It's not gonna be relevant. It's not gonna go like Spurt. Screw you, Pope.
What?
Um,
Oh, spurt.
yeah.
11 days.
I win! Yep, Spurt went flat.
Spurted.
I'm spurt.
Unless Jay changed it, I had made him I think 8 years old. You know, a little bit longer than 11 days. That I didn't want to continue the tradition too hard. Let's see.
I like how both of the character art pieces that I made have white backgrounds. Chat can tell I don't do backgrounds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. I feel I'm a little embarrassed. I used AI for Walt Avatar.
Chess,
I'm
I know you were
almost
singing.
Disgusting!
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm almost certain that the image I found for Vesperin is also AI.
It is.
Okay.
I can tell at a glance.
Yeah. You probably have got the eye for it.
Yep.
Sorry.
There's something about AI art. It lacks soul, so you can tell at a glance.
Oh. Yeah. I specifically told the prompt, no soul, please.
No soul, please. I'm dead. But I also noticed something was off with the clothing. It looks like it kind of blends into the skin.
Yeah.
It does.
Hey, so Chess, fun
Yep.
fun factoid for you. I heard you singing "Drowning Pool" there for a minute ago. So Jay and I got roped
Our
in.
drowning pool.
No, we
Oh.
got roped in. We've seen them live in concert, not necessarily by our choice, but we have seen them live.
Seen who?
Drowning pool.
Ugh. Not them.
don't-
The concert. It was bad.
Oh, I was you don't like drowning pools?
No,
it-
Drowning Pool was great. The concert was awful.
Oh yes.
Oh, no.
It was a lot of dudes in mosh pits who were just not respecting everyone's space and like being like pretty grody and hurting people. It was just not fun.
Wow, that is kind of shit.
Not even kind of.
It was definitely one of the experiences ever.
It was a time for sure.
I really want to go and see some other bands in like concert because the only concerts I have ever been to have been like Christian camp
bands.
You need a little more diverse.
Yeah,
need
what
to
Drowning
remember
Pool
that.
is about is opposite of that as possible. So.
From what I understand, the metal band fandoms generally are really wholesome
And really
nice.
respectful
Yep.
too, from what I've learned. Like
Mhm.
I listen to a lot of Ghost. I don't know if they count as metal, but they're like pseudo
Sure.
metal. And yeah, they seem really sweet. Like most metalheads
Yeah.
I know are really adorable.
It's so funny though, because it's like, oh, this music is the devil. It's like, bro, we're more wholesome than you. Shut up.
Oh yeah. No,
They
metal
get all
bands
of their
are
anger out by screaming
awesome.
music.
Exactly. They've got anger management non-issues.
They get to black all day long.
Yeah. I'd love to go see Disturbed.
Yeah, I especially love how they know when to tone it down for like
Uh-huh.
The Sound of Silence, as an example.
Yeah.
His voice was too perfect for that song. The original, I have to say, in my opinion, is inferior to the Disturbed version.
I have one friend
Wow,
who
that's
would
bold.
harshly disagree with you and call you dumb for that.
His voice just matches the tone of the song
It
better.
does very well.
It does.
I
Alright.
love both versions, but yeah, the original was, of course, going to be my
I
favorite.
didn't say I
for always.
didn't like the original version. I just said it was inferior.
I also believe that.
Do we have everybody back?
Yeah,
Simon
I-
Garfunkel rolling in their grave. A little. I like Simon Garfunkel.
I think
Alrighty.
everyone's here.
If everyone's here, cool. Are we staying in the soothsayer's tent, or are you guys moving on?
Moving
First,
on,
we have
I
to
believe.
group hug him.
Yep.
Hmm?
Hogs in the middle.
One of us. One of us.
Oh, Pogs.
Now we'll
Ooh, I
continue
do
with
have
the
to ask.
adventures anon prayer.
We can do this on the way, but I'll ask Pugs while we're doing our thing. What type of magic do you do?
Good question. Lighting things on fire and not
That's
lighting
pretty
things
magical.
on fire.
My two
That
favorite
kinda covers
things.
Pretty darn magical, if you ask me.
Right?
I do have
Pretty
to
much
say
all
I am,
magic can be rolled into that.
it's true.
Basically.
I have to say I'm pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Not biased. There's another way I can put this. I do lean
Partial?
towards fire myself. Yes, partial. That's the word.
There you go.
Oh my god, I can't word my wisdom. It doesn't match my character's wisdom.
We got there. Don't worry. It's
We got there. We figured it out. It's fine.
I can't play smart characters because I'm not smart.
I feel that.
This is
So-
why I played dumb characters like Alpheus.
We've I've lost track a little bit. The menagerie where we found Pogs, was that the blue tent or the red tent?
Blue one.
The blue tent. It's also in the little thingy down here.
Oh,
Everything
thank
is
you.
listed.
Yeah.
Thank
the
you
red
kindly.
tent was the info kiosk, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is the info kiosk, the one with the little gremlin who gave you the ticket. You guys poked your head in this one, and it was candy, I believe.
Andes.
Yeah, that's where we
And
got our
then-
candies.
This one was I can't remember. Random
Did we
stuff.
go into the purple tent?
I think you
was-
checked out both of them. Oh,
Wasn't
the other
this
one,
like vases?
yeah, it was really pretty sculptures and things. This is the soothsayer's tent. This is the menagerie, and here, here you guys have not explored yet, along with all the other tents along the line. But those are the ones that have maps associated with them.
Oh,
Did we just go clockwise with it all?
I was yeah. I believe clockwise was the original plan.
You know, I had a thought. We never peeked into the office of Barnabas after he left.
You guys gonna go bother him again?
Can we go bother Barnabas
Would've
again?
thrown a fireball at it.
Absolutely.
Guess who doesn't have a contract anymore?
You know he's
Rub his
gonna-
nose in it?
You all are walking back towards the menagerie tent. And when you do, Barnabas has left his office, and he's standing with his back towards you, muttering to
Barnabas.
himself, you know, moving his hands through the air. It appears as if he's trying to weave a spell. He's just doing it really, really badly.
Hi, Barnabas. Don't mind us.
He jumps.
Barnabas.
No, he doesn't
you
know that you guys are there, and he curses a stream of things. What do you want?
Nothing that concerns you.
Excuse me? You are in my tent, sir, with my former servant, person, thing. What are you doing? I'm trying to fix this mess. Now I have no small little creatures in order to put my menagerie things over, so there's no menagerie in my menagerie, and it's all your fault.
Wow, maybe you should treat your people a little better.
What do you want?
That
Can
was
you
great.
remind me what the contract was that you had given to Pugs?
Why?
Just humor me.
Well, I found him and his little coterie of, I guess, very bad mercenaries. I swooped them up and told them that they were to protect the damn key and do what I told them to. And at that moment, it was to sit in the cages and pretend to be unicorns and things and such not, and attack things when I told them to attack things, which he was very bad at, actually.
I see. So, in the event that there is no key, there is no contract then.
Yeah. Oh, shit. You didn't. And he looks at all of you, and his eyes are getting very wide, and he's starting to sweat. No. You didn't
Range-
give it to her, did you? I didn't think you'd do
Range-
something that stupid.
Oh, sorry. Rachel says, I was the one who did it as well.
Barnabas's eyes get so
Ah.
huge, and he raises one finger and points it accusatorily at you, Rainshell. He goes, "You idiot!
Me?
I never would have given you the key if I thought you'd give it to her. I thought you were just wandering around, and oh no, this is so bad."
I
Rachel
love
has a
that
smirk on
rubbing it in
face.
his face is probably gonna bite us in the ass later, but it's
Yep,
worth it.
Yep. Yeah, totally worth it.
He a bitch.
I got one spider god mad at me. What's one more?
Right.
Vestrin does say this out loud.
Oh, no. She's not going to know. I mean, she could be watching, but if she finds out, it's your ass on the line and mine. And I like my ass, as it is. Unripped to shreds, you understand? Oh, this is horrible, disaster, terrible.
I'd
On
say your
that
ass is about
note-
so-so.
Oh.
He's very offended at that. He gives you the kind of up-down look, like, sure.
Yeah, that's all
Rachel
right.
just smirking.
Now, what are the odds that she's listening in?
Well, I don't know. You always have to assume that she is, I guess,
Right.
but I don't know. Why would she be watching us? I told her I had everything under the control, that it didn't matter, that I couldn't wring your stupid little necks, that I had people to do that for me.
I mean, she told us that she's always watching. So,
She might be, that bitch.
no,
Ah.
good.
Great time to be talking shit about
Oh.
her.
That's fine. She knows she's a bitch.
Well, at least she knows.
Well, you
Well-
know what they say. Talk shit, get hit. Try not to get hit.
He's shooting a glance towards Rain Shell, who did shoot him with a crossbow, so he's a little nervous. Well, now that you've thoroughly ruined everything, why are you here?
Honestly, I was just curious about your,
I am, kind of looking for spoils.
being a
Spoils.
pirate and whatnot. You gotta look at where all the treasure is.
He sighs extremely deeply. Like, continues to sigh. Like, it's a really long time. He's obviously being just really dramatic about this. And he says, "While I am weaving my spells, I might be not looking towards the chambers to the side that contain things you might want. I don't know. Get out of here. I do not want to deal with you anymore."
Hey, Barnabas,
Score.
Barnabas, you know what? You're all right.
He flips you off.
Alistair forgives you.
Though.
While
one more question.
Rainshell is walking out, he says, "Go fuck yourself" in Turtle language to to Barnabas.
Can't imagine what that sound like, but I'm imagining.
I don't know either.
It sounds like a whale going. Though, one more question out of curiosity. Why are you following her?
Following her. What do you mean?
Following her commands, serving her. Why are you serving Spider Teeth?
You think I'm doing this willingly? She's a hag! She makes deals! Put it together, idiot!
Well,
Yeah.
what was your deal with her?
Well, God, you know, he kind of harumps back and forth, and he scratches the back of his neck for a little bit, and he says, "Fine. I went out, and I was trying to cause some problems with some mortals, and they trapped me in a goddamn crypt with a holy seal on the door, and so I made a deal with her to get me out, and she said she would collect later."
I assume this is late.
Yes, this is later. 100 years later, actually. I thought I had gotten clean of the bitch, and then she appeared and said that she had a job for me. I thought it would be quick. It wasn't quick.
Your first mistake was assuming a hag would ever be clear of you.
Yeah, well, you know, hindsight 2020. Fuck you. All that. Go away.
Oh, don't
Well-
tempt me, big boy.
Well, the bright side is, once this is over, you will be clear of her.
Yeah,
and then
well,
he
you-
starts to walk off.
Whoa, hold up there. What do you think that you can accomplish here? You can't kill her.
Well, we can maybe end the spell, at the very least, and then your job will be over.
He seems to be kind of caught by that idea. And he sits and thinks, and he says, I mean, that's persuasive, but you don't understand. I don't think can be killed here. But if you figure out a way, I'll help.
I'll be counting on it.
Yeah, we're gonna hold you to that, Barnabas.
Oh, here I go making deals I'm gonna regret.
Hey, we're pretty cool about deals, right, Pogs?
Pogs has been standing at the front of where the door is, very reluctant to enter, and he's been eyeing Barnabas this entire time. So as you kind of, you know, look towards him to answer your question, he nods once, but he's still just staring at Barnabas.
Well, at the very least, if we can't kill her, you'd still be kind of free, because she'd probably try to kill you anyways. So, win-win either way.
You're not wrong. All right, go. Have fun. Grab your whatever. Ugh, God, I'm so tired.
Oh, come on, Pogs.
Not me
He-
gaining another ally for later.
Just wanted to say I love screwing with the ringmaster.
Yeah, he's fun. I like him.
I wrote for his character down. I'm trying to channel like a really upset customer service lady, like who's just extremely done with your bullshit. That's what I'm kind of trying for.
The grumbling is just madness being upset that I'd call him daddiness.
I'm Jesus Christ. I forgot you did that. Oh, that got me off guard. All right.
I don't know how you forgot. She literally says it every week.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, it's like a trauma response. I just try to
Yeah.
forget. Trauma response. Looks like you guys are heading towards the left.
Yeah.
Aye.
All right. Clear this up real quick.
Can I carry? I mean, if Pogs isn't willing to come, I'll
Jay
either
allowed
say-
it!
Excuse me, what is this heresy you say? I did not allow anything. I am not okay with daddiness. I have never said I was okay with daddiness.
You used it once.
Did I? Oh no.
Yeah, you used it at him. And he said down
You did.
girl.
Damn. Yeah, double damn. This is what I get for trying to troll him. Oh, there you go. Okay, it popped up. Cool.
I'm pretty sure this was on my stream too.
It was on your stream during.
That's
Monster Hunter, we were fighting an Iodrome.
okay.
Yep,
I
that
remember
was-
now. Yeah, this is what I get. I encourage daddiness. I remember. Okay, I remember. You don't have to call me out like this. All
Why
right.
do I
Anyway,
remember all of that detail? What the hell?
My memory is garbage, so that's why my DM notes are weirdly detailed. You are walking into the left chamber, yes?
Mhm.
As you do, you can see that it seems to be somewhere between storage area and nest, maybe. There's a bunch of caskets of ale and water. There's baskets of food, both probably for, Barnabas, because there seem to be some things that, like, infernal creatures would like. Like, some of it's looking strangely raw meat-ish, but the others are just, like, various carrots and fish and things. At the very back of it is a bunch of piles of hay, which Pogs had alluded to, and little indents in it, which are probably where the kobolds curled up to sleep.
Aww. Kobold indents.
Did you just say tasty madness? I can't believe it.
Boy?
He's trying to eat the hay, bro. He's the horse boy.
He's just a horse.
He's just a horse.
Just
So-
a horse.
I don't remember I don't think I had any candy. Is anybody feeling any ill effects from the candy from earlier?
No.
No one should be, but I don't think you guys have
Okay.
eaten it. You gave some to the soothsayer and some to Pogs. I don't know if any of
Steros
you
was
have had
eating some of the popcorn stuff because chicken.
Okay.
It's delicious,
Oh.
but you haven't felt any ill effects.
Then
I forgot
perhaps
about the
It was not a
candy.
trick.
I say we collect whatever rations we may need now.
How fresh are
Alright.
these fish?
Fresh enough. I mean, it would be like what you would find if you were wandering around a market street.
So not like day one fresh, but they're not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
I'll pick up one fish per party member.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Rain shall gather some water for everyone, himself and everyone as well.
Vesperin will also grab as many vegetables as he can carry.
vegetables are awesome.
Oh no, Pope has the best one. I'm just a
Yeah.
horse, and life is a
And make it
nightmare.
bad.
Program.
So that's 6 fish.
And that's, anything else in here?
No, it just seems to be a general storeroom that you can see.
Okay.
What's in the barrels?
That's the wine and water.
Is it wine and water together, or is one of them wine and one of them water?
Watered down wine.
I'm assuming you mean these baskets here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The ones to the left are water. The ones to the right are wine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because Rain shall gave everyone some a thing of water.
Thank you, sir.
Steros, like the freaking degenerate that he is, puts his beak under one of the faucets and then just pours wine straight into his mouth.
Oh, so we're doing that apparently. Okay.
Yeah.
He's treating it like a sorority girl, just drinking frenzy right out of the bag.
Oh, God.
Is it good,
Uh,
Steros?
It's Steros, as a pirate, you have tasted a lot of different types of alcohol, and it's solidly mid. Not bad, but not something you'd kill over.
Yeah, it's all right. It's certainly not terrible wine. It'll suffice.
Rain shall goes to try some, and then he spits it out. Oh, this shit sucks.
Yeah,
Aw.
Rainfall has expensive tastes. He has the super expensive bottle of wine.
Oh, did he have flowers for Algernon his taste buds with wine?
We just flowers for Algernon, our taste buds?
Oh, you got
Uh,
the reference. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, no, I love SAO Abridged. It's hilarious.
I never
Well,
want to taste
more
that
for
stuff
me, I
again.
suppose.
All yours. I'm not a wine drinker.
Really? I
All
would
for you.
expect- All for you? I mean,
yeah.
I'll share if you
Both
want some.
barrels. We need
I'm
a bag
imagining
of
Theros just
barrel
bringing an entire bag or like barrel of wine with him everywhere he's going, just strapped on his back.
How good are the carrots in that
Look.
basket?
puts it
Everything
in
is
his hat magically.
everything is good. It's all food that would
Okay.
have had to keep the kobolds alive because they're not, infernal creatures. So it's all
Rain
at-
Shell
Oh.
takes a couple of carrots.
Staros, we could load that barrel into that wheelbarrow.
Are we just gonna carry it with us the entire circus?
How bad do you want this mine?
I mean, it's all right, but I don't think it's worth that much effort.
Steros is bougie. If it's not rum, he's not going for it.
If it were some like godly tasting wine that cured my ailments, not that I have any at the moment, but
How do you feel?
how do I feel?
You feel fine.
Eros, are you going to die?
It's mildly meh wine. You don't even feel like any effects from it at all.
Yeah.
I don't even feel a buzz. There's just nothing.
Especially since you're like a 7-foot tall chicken. Like, it's not going to do much to you.
I like
Mostly
how
grape
every
juice.
time somebody mentions his height, it gets taller.
Eventually, he's just going to be a 10-foot tall chicken just wandering around.
Call us Bigfoot. Holy shit.
Alcohol-free wine.
Isn't that just grape juice?
It's
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Sparkling
Grape
grape
juice
juice.
slightly off.
There's a Bigfoot sighting, but it's just Staros.
You mean 8-foot madness? Boo. That's a
Yeah.
joke. You're stupid.
Not even grape juice. It's grape Gatorade. You need to keep the kobolds hydrated.
Gross.
Nasty.
Though we probably should take some of the water with us, health and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
And we have some food for...
perfect.
When was the last time I ate? Goodness.
Been a while.
There was that candy.
Been a while.
It's true, there was candy, but is that really
That's not the same.
sustaining?
Not as much.
You know
Can we
what? I'm
take
gonna
the
make this.
gander?
I'm gonna make this canon. Rain Shell is allergic to candy.
No. All
Allergic?
candy?
Just
Yeah.
all candy. He's allergic to sugar,
Yes.
bro.
Oh no.
Wait,
You
can't
diabetic?
be scared.
Oh,
Are
no.
you diabetic?
Rachel's diabetic.
No.
No, not this
If I
time.
eat candy, my foot will fall off again.
Oh no.
It's funny because Rain Shell isn't diabetic, but I am.
Oh, no.
You're allergic to candy!
Oh, dear. Well,
It's great.
Let's pick the other one.
oh, you're heading to the other side?
I am.
Yeah.
Rain Shell will too.
I mean, Vesserin already walked outside to hand Pog a fish.
Barnabas just like as we walk by.
Love you, Barnabas. Mwah.
Rain Shell. Every time Rain Shell goes past Barnabas, he gives him the Luigi death stare.
Yeah, Barnabas flinches every time you look at him, Rachel.
Yeah.
He's fucking terrified of you.
He's getting some mixed emotions from this group.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what I wanted.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very much you want to be allies. If not, I'll fucking kill you vibes.
Yeah,
You're either with me or you're dead.
Basically, yeah. He also
you're
pretty
either
much.
dead or you're dead.
I mean, Steros, he witnessed you beat one of his kobolds with another kobold, so he's probably very afraid of you.
True.
All right. As you're walking into the right-hand chamber, this one is far, far nicer. There's this nice little bed that's set up in the corner. Seems to be, neatly made. All around the sides of it, there's a bunch of boxes that are nailed shut to one side. The other is a small little writing desk that appears to have a few scrolls wrapped up tightly on it, a candle, and a bookshelf that doesn't have very many books on it, just a few.
I want to see the books.
What's in
I
those
want to
crates?
see what's in the boxes. Rain
Yeah,
Shell tries
yeah.
to Rain Shell tries to karate chop one of the box is open. Let's see.
Well-
Do I roll for that?
Yeah, full strength for that.
Bro
If
rolls
you're just
an
gonna
Okay.
apple
try
and
and-
hurts his
Uh,
hand.
While you do that, Walt, you're gonna go check the books, yes?
Yes, please.
I got a 12.
All right, I'll handle you in just a sec. Walt, as you walk
Alrighty.
towards the bookshelf, like you noticed, or like I said before, there wasn't a ton of books there. You pick one up and you kind of run your finger along the spine, and look at what it is, and they're all like trashy novels, transcriptions of really kind of popular songs or ballads. It's kind of the book equivalent of a bunch of telenovelas. Nothing of any particular intellectual interest at all, just stuff to keep him busy, basically.
And the lusty Argonian maid.
That's the one.
Raised eyebrow emoji.
Now that I feel like I've bonded with Barnabas, I don't want to take these from him.
He'd be very sad. He wouldn't have his novels to read anymore.
But
He'd
I am
probably be
going
very bored.
to. I'm going to skim them just for the juicy bits.
It's all extremely convoluted. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
Oh no.
No.
I know somebody who has.
Think that kind of vibe. Everyone's sleeping with each other. Everyone's dying. Everyone's secretly cousins. That kind of deal.
Think of drama for the sake of drama and nothing else.
Very much so. Every Ask Reddit post, just drama for the sake of drama, completely fictional.
Yeah.
I just made the cure for cancer, but now my mom is dead. Am I the asshole?
Moving on to Rainshell, you said that you were trying to break open the boxes.
I'm with him.
Yes.
All right. Would you roll 12?
Yeah. Or at least one of the boxes. He wants to see what's in it.
You smash open one of the boxes, the one that had been nailed shut, probably near the top, because it's easiest to reach. And you make a serious dent in the wood on the top of it. Not enough to fully open it, but it's definitely splintered enough for you to kind of somewhat peer inside. And it's just a bunch of more supplies. There's some clothing in there that you can see. There's, little bits of corners of metal that might be maybe weapons, but also just like maybe forks and cutlery. It's hard to tell.
Why did he nail them shut?
Oh yeah.
These might be
I'm
long
going to try again. Hassan Chop.
You have a weapon, right? Don't you have a melee weapon? You don't have to roll.
Yeah, I know, but Rachel wants the dude. I don't know.
Rachel's just feeling like karate today.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
Master Oogway speaks to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled an 11 for my strength. No.
Unfortunately, that's not enough to do anything other than kind of hurt your hand. It doesn't break open the boxes. Vezran, were you saying something? I couldn't hear.
I said wood does have an AC of 13.
Yes.
True.
Oh, I did not know that.
Can I just like pry open the box the rest of the way?
Oh, the one that he damaged?
Yeah.
Do you have something to try and crowbar it open with, or then try and do it with your bare hands?
My bare hands. I have better attack set with those. That matters, right?
Bird hands.
Do I roll a d20 or just attack?
Just do a regular unarmed attack.
A regular unarmed attack. Got it.
That's cool, because you said you were going to attack the boxes, right? Or are you trying to do a check?
I'm sorry, you
pry them open?
Yeah, just pry them open.
Oh, you're trying to pry them open, so that would be a strength check. I apologize. I thought you were actually like doing a melee attack.
Okay, yeah. So it's a d20 then.
Oh,
yes.
Crap. What the hell?
Okay. That is a total of 17.
Oh, sorry, my freaking heater turned on. What was that?
A total of 17.
Okay. You do manage to smash it open, and it's just a bunch of miscellaneous bits and bobs. Some drawings, nothing of particular interest. It seems to be just mostly pictures of him, just drawn in various mediums, like charcoal and paint and whatnot. Some of his clothing, and a few different letters. If you were to pick them up and rifle through them, they're letters from various family members that he seems to have held on to that make references to what is he doing, where is he at, why haven't you written back, that kind of deal.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh no.
Not my
He's an
problem.
asshole, but it's sad.
Now I feel bad.
He is a slaver, remember.
He is.
I don't feel bad.
Fuck
But
that
was he
guy.
a slaver before he was slaved?
Probably he is the devil.
That's true.
He's not a great dude.
We'll whip him into
Very-
shape. Go get a whip rain shell.
He has a rope.
Oh no!
And how long is the rope I have? 50 feet. It's a heavy
there-
rope.
Is there anything like under or around the bed?
It's a very nice bed. I mean, extremely much nicer than the hay that he was making the kobold sleep on. Think silk sheets and like really plush pillows. But other than that, it's just a regular bed.
So nothing hidden
Nope.
on the bed and the covers, nothing. Okay.
No, and it's enough off the ground that you can easily see underneath it and that there's nothing there.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to check.
Ignore my evil laugh.
Poor bitch doesn't even hide any gold anywhere.
I don't think he's
Maybe he
allowed
doesn't
to.
have any. Yeah. Yeah, that imp at the entrance has all the gold. It would seem.
We're not robbing the imp.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he's bad.
The imp doesn't deserve it. Barnabas maybe, but the imp no.
I'm not convinced Barnabas deserves it.
Okay, out of character though, I was kind of thinking of having Rainshell piss on his bed.
No.
That's so
This person's
mean.
terrible.
That's why I was evil laughing a little bit.
It's the only place he has to sleep that he has to sleep on the hay where he made his kobold sleep. He would be very upset with that.
I just, Rachel really just hates him.
Aw.
But I didn't. I decided to be nice. enough.
I'm the better turtle.
I'll be the
Oogway
better
has
turtle.
spared you for now.
Yeah, I'll be the better turtle. This time.
Discretion is the better part
Bye,
of valor.
Barnabas.
He's not going to even acknowledge you. Just still trying to weave his spells. He's very bad at it.
No. Keep at it, Barnabas.
Small little pom poms. Go, Barnabas, you can do it.
Ooh, you suck, Barnabas.
Oh, I hear a beep!
Was in this green tent? Didn't we? I think we peeked in this green tent at one point.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
the
we
one
did.
where there was an automaton that was performing a kind of
That's
small
right.
magic show, like fireworks or
Yes.
whatnot for the people around.
Nothing to
Neat.
see here.
No, there's plenty to see, but we're kind of on the clock here.
Yeah.
I'll name it Manus.
Oh,
The mannequin.
Manus the mannequin? That works.
Manus- okay, I like it.
Your creativity knows no bounds.
Truly.
So it seems
Okay.
like you guys are walking towards this kind of area here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carnavalia.
As you approach, you can see that this isn't traditionally like the other tents that you looked at. It's not an enclosed space. It's actually kind of a more open market feel with a bunch of, think kind of like booths or kiosks underneath these beautifully brightly colored tents and people wandering freely in and out and amongst them. I will switch you over real fast.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Something along these lines. Just a series of carnival booths and games and whatnot. There is a large arch overhead as you kind of walk underneath it that announces that this is the Carnavalia, full of fun and games. And there seem to be 5 main individuals who are not the kind of automatons that you've seen in other places that are calling out to the various people walking by and trying to entice them to come play their games. Some people do, some people kind of vaguely look at them and continue wandering on. They're not exactly super successful at attracting a ton of attention.
Is there are any of them particularly louder than any of the others?
Not particularly. However, you do notice that the one over here Lou seems to be kind of preparing for something. He has his back to the rest of the people who are wandering by. There's a stage in front of him where there appear to be a bunch of targets and things set up. He's not really paying attention to the people walking by him. He's busily shuffling around with things. The individual over here is a large gentleman incongruously wearing fairy wings for some reason. He's sitting on a big casket, like a casket of wine, with a kind of bar area in front of him, and he's kind of drunkily waving at the people, yelling at them. The gentleman in the middle is also calling out to people, come here, come see, there's this fantastical whatever, but it's kind of lost in the crowd. And the other two are just more generally calling out to people as they come by, come, look at this, see this fantastical, magical, etc., etc.
Shall we mingle and see the fantasy?
It might be easier to go clockwise once more around.
Fair.
So start from left
Uncle
and
Sam?
right.
Okay,
Because
okay.
something tells me Lokier there is more than just a Lokier, bro. He's a god. No.
I'm gonna do my best. I wanted to try and set up some carnival games for you guys to play, and I set up a few, and we're gonna see how they go. So you're starting with Velis?
That's my vote.
Yeah.
My vote.
Alright.
Red. Yep.
Okay.
I'm down for. What'd you
Let's
call
see.
him? Uncle Sam?
Uncle Sam. Yeah, I gotta look like it. Give me just one sec to get this set up.
Take your time.
He wants me.
You should just be seeing a blank screen now, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Technical difficulties. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Boop. Did it appear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so here are the rules of the game. As you approach, you see that the person who's running the booth, Velis, is standing in front of a beautifully carved ornate table that has 3 shells, also very pretty, placed in front of it. And he's playing around with a kind of small clay ball, like throwing it up in the air and catching it and making it intertwine in between his fingers. He kind of seems bored. And as he's calling by at the people, he's telling them to test their luck, test their perception, test your ability to, follow and understand and comprehend, and they will win fantastic prizes. As you approach, his eyes lock on you, and he grabs the ball, and he looks extremely intent, and he says, you there, you seem interested. You seem like you are keen of eye and sharp of wit. Are you wanting to test yourselves? Fabulous prizes for those who can beat me.
Veteran will
Rachel,
nudge
come-
Steros. This seems right up your alley.
Sorry, can you
I'm
repeat that,
up
Angel?
for it.
Vesser nudges Steros and says, "This seems right up your alley."
Well, it is fairly common to come across games like this while traveling, and it's also common that they are con men running them.
Almost
Conman!
solid.
How dare!
Common
I'm
gun.
appalled. I never. I am an honest man.
I'm gonna go take a knee and whisper to Pogs. Is this guy on the up and up?
Hogs looks at you and shakes his head, like very
Okay,
subtly.
that's what I thought.
What did you ask him?
if he was on the level. Like I mean, Pogs would know, I would assume.
He would.
I mean, he does
Okay.
have a perspective we don't have.
He does.
Okay.
Gift Surveillance will place one ball.
So yeah, as you're looking at the booth and he's trying to persuade you, there's a sign next to him that lists the 3 kind of rules that are in the black text. So he will place one ball underneath the 3 cups, shuffle them around, and then you will say where you believe the ball to be. And if you win, you get a ticket to get fabulous prizes and whatnot at one of the counters, which you passed as you walked by. It's just a typical carnival prize counter with a bunch of magical items and gold and all sorts of wonderful treasures. The rules in the kind of dark gray are the actual, like, how the game is going to run.
Uh-huh. What's the fee for a game?
Well, you bet what you believe you can bet, my friend. Have faith in me. I'm really not that bad of a fellow, and besides, maybe you're just sharp enough to figure it out.
Steros will kind of lean in and whisper to him while covering his beak so that Velis can't see his quote-unquote lips moving. Careful. From my experience, they'll let you win once or twice until you bet larger, and then that's when the con starts.
Thanks for the advice.
I'm flat broke. I can't play.
I totally forgot about that.
Just stop being poor, idiot.
As
your soul.
Velis is watching you guys, talk to each other. A hand over your beak is a little conspicuous that you're trying to whisper to your friend. And he kind of drops the act for a little bit, and he smiles, because he can kind of tell that you guys are a little bit onto his game. And he says, you don't have to bet gold if you don't want to. You have anything of value you want to put up, you can put up. And maybe you win, and maybe I'll give you something that you actually need. How's that sound?
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe you need a little gold so you can continue playing. Maybe you need a little bit of information. You can only know if you win.
I would quirk an eyebrow if I had any.
You can quirk a feather.
Okay, I'll step up.
Okay, thank you.
He'll have 8 gold, bro.
I got more than gold.
I'll step up after him.
So, Vezrin, as you approach, Velis looks extremely happy, and he puts the mask back on. It was a taker, a brave fellow, a wonderful man to come and attempt this incredible adventure. What are you going to place, my friend? What bet are you going to have?
I'll start off simple. I'll give you a single gold.
You pick up the gold, you place it on the table, and he winks at you, and he places 10 of his own also on the table. He says,
shit.
I'll meet you for being brave, unlike your lily-livered fellows over here, and I will give you a very good return on your investment should you win.
2 to 1
see
odds,
you.
buddy.
Does
All
that
right.
sound acceptable?
Let's get this started.
All right. He places a ball that he's been kind of messing with this whole time, making it go back and forth, between his hands, underneath the central one of the cups. He gives you another, wink, and then he starts to shuffle them extremely quickly, back and forth and all around, and he lifts one up, and then he places it back down again. He continues moving it, and then eventually he stops, and he leans forward, and he says, under which of the 3, left, center, or right, do you believe it to be? And you need to go ahead and roll a wisdom check. You can do perception or insight, either.
Ooh, okay.
And I also need to do that.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
I had the chat closed. What'd you get?
Right, dude.
I got a 23 total.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
All right. 1 second.
that was silly of me to speak up.
While
I didn't
this
see your stuff.
Exchange is happening. Walt is tuning his lute.
Ooh, cool. Get to hear untuned loot. Doing, 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 doing.
Ding, ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding.
ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Me,
Oh.
me, me. I'll hang on. Me.
Sorry, tuning my duck.
All right, Velis, you were able to track it very carefully. Luckily for you, the shell that he put the ball underneath had a very subtle little chip on it. So you were able to track it back and forth, and you point to the central one, which is the one that you saw originally under. And with a huge flourish of his hands, he lifts up the central shell, and there's the red ball. And he gives you a big old smile, and he pushes the 10 gold towards you, and he says, "See how bravery is rewarded! See how confidence is rewarded, my good man!" And then he yells out to the rest of the crowd, "See, if you can have this man's luck, try your hand! Place your things on the line, etc., etc." Just trying to entice people again.
Range Shell steps up. I'll give you 5 gold.
My good fellow, 5. Okay. Well, I will increase my bet accordingly. And he places down 15.
Holy smoke.
Oh.
Steros crosses his arms and kind of narrows his eyes a little. But he doesn't say anything.
"Do you believe you're lucky, good friend?" he says as he turns to Rainshaw.
Yes, I do.
All right, let's test it then. He puts the ball underneath the shells again, and once more he makes a big, flourish and a big dramatic kind of show of moving them around and shuffling back and forth. He actually lifts up one of the shells and, the one that has the ball underneath it, and kind of showingly flips it into the air and captures it underneath the shell again and continues to shuffle it. And then he stops and he says, "Where do you believe the shell to be?" And you're going to go ahead and roll, again, either perception or insight.
Alrighty.
Steros, you said you were watching carefully, correct?
Yes.
You can also
I
roll
got-
perception and insight to see what you get.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Got a 21.
Ooh.
Nice roll, guys.
Oh my god. Let me just double check this. 24.
24. Excellent. So, because both of you are already a little primed to keep an eye on him, you notice that when he flipped the ball in the air that first time and captured underneath the shell, he didn't actually capture it underneath the shell. Very carefully, with a sleight of hand, he slid it into his sleeve. And that is likely where it still is, since you never saw it move again.
Just like in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's the one I was thinking of.
I actually saw a magician do this one, so that's what I thought of. But yeah, just like Avatar.
Oh.
Nice.
I mean, it's a common magician's trick to hide things in your sleeve, so.
Yeah.
So would Rain Shell have to say that to him, right?
Mhm. That's where the ball is, you believe.
Ah, it's under your sleeve.
He looks a little put back, or not put back, put down, like like a little upset. He says, "Are you sure? Because that's not the game. It's whether it's."
I'm
under his
sure. I'm very sure.
Damn. He holds his hand out and he moves his arms so that his sleeve is facing downward and the ball rolls out from underneath his sleeve. He rolls his eyes and he pushes the whole pot towards you.
Thank you, my friend.
You guys are no fun.
Well,
We do our
I did
best.
call it.
You did, and I think I promised you information. What do you want? Keep moving. I have other suckers I want to try and con.
Wait, I forgot. Do I keep that 5 gold I gave him too, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. So you have a total
okay.
of 20 now.
Nice. Wait, I had 10 gold, so I have 25 actually. Wait, yeah,
You put-
25
Oh.
now.
Nice. Yeah, because he put 15
Okay.
down.
How
Nice.
about the location of a key? Very special
Oh.
key.
Oh, you guys are wrapped up in that nonsense. Thank God I'm not. It's not here. At least I don't think that it's here. It's probably in one of the other tents. But you might as well stick around. I mean, there's stuff to do, and you're not going to be leaving anytime soon, am I right? And he kind of like finger guns you.
If it can be helped, then pretty soon, yes.
Good luck with that. Now keep going.
Well, if we manage to find it, you would be freed as well, if you're bound by contract.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not like one of those poor suckers. The clown approached me and asked if I wanted an endless supply of suckers who could never leave and never say no, and I said, that sounds great.
That
So you were
sounds
just
like
here because you're
denial.
trash.
And both of you just kind of insulting him. He looks a little bit affronted, but his smile doesn't waver, but he doesn't say anything in response.
He's like, damn, I can't even deny it.
Moving on.
All right.
Well, thanks for the gold, sucker.
He grits his teeth a little bit as you walk by.
And Rain Shell with his bag of gold just shakes it near the dude and has like a smirk on his face.
I was totally gonna cast Zone of Truth if that didn't work out.
Oh, nice. All right.
Bros just said he was called up.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit. Did you guys want to explore one of the other ones, or are you going to continue with the booths? All right.
Eric, next, you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think believe so.
I'm totally down.
Let me check. Cool.
He's a hammer main.
Ba-ba-ba-doo-ba-doo. Give me just
He
a
does
second.
look like he would be a hammer main, though that could also be an insect glaive with how long it is.
Yep, it could be.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it could be.
He's a small dude with a large hammer.
It's true.
Ah,
He's a
I love
paladin
this-
wielding
love
a
this-
hunter weapon.
I love the smart ass things I'm doing with Rain
Oh
Shell
yeah,
today.
no, it's great.
It's gonna bite me in the ass probably, but it's funny as hell.
All right. As you approach the next booth, as you're kind of moving, like you said, counterclockwise through, you once again recognize a very classic one. If any of you have ever had like town fairs or carnivals that came by, the ring the bell, that seems very classic. The only thing that is unusual is the creature who seems to be hawking this particular booth. And that he's very, very small, even smaller than the kobolds, but over his shoulder he is wielding an actually gigantic hammer, and he seems to be having no trouble swinging it over his head or throwing it over his shoulder as he tries to gesture to the people walking by and trying to, encourage them to stop by and try his booth. It, like the other one, also has a little sign listing like what the rules are, and it seems to be very simple. Take the magic hammer, hit the pad as hard as you can, and if you ring the bell, you win a prize. Seems simple enough.
Rain Shell will step up. Yeah, I'm feeling lucky today.
The small, kind of gremlin looking creature looks up at you and he gives you a big old grin. And that's when you notice that he has very long and very sharp teeth. But he doesn't say anything to you. And instead, he puts the hammer down on the ground, steps away from it, and puts his hand out, probably in his gesture, for some sort of gold.
How about 3 gold?
You place the 3 in his hand, and he shakes his head and he gives you 2 back.
Oh, so it only
Okay.
costs 1 gold.
yeah.
Nice.
He steps back and allows you
maths.
to take the hammer.
Alrighty. And I roll for strength.
1 second. As soon as you grab onto the hammer,
Oh,
you
sorry.
feel a very strange thing happen. Almost as if someone had injected something into your arm and sapped all of its strength. Like your arm has gone completely numb. You can
I
go
knew it.
ahead and roll for strength, but it will be at disadvantage.
Oh crap. Okay.
Nice.
This is not a good idea. Oh, this was a horrible roll. I got
Oh
a 7.
no.
Oh, what'd you get?
A 7.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is that your first roll?
yeah.
Oh no.
If
I
you
guess
roll
roll again.
higher, no. You have to go with it.
Oh, I roll again? Okay.
Yeah, just,
Yeah,
I just want to see what your rolls are.
You do have
It's kind of like rolling at advantage, except instead of getting the higher roll of the 2, you take the lower roll of the 2.
I got a 4 this time because I rolled a
Oh
1.
no!
You are so, completely taken aback by the strange feeling going up your arm that you can barely swing the thing. And so you hit it kind of hard. It goes maybe like a quarter of the way up, the little, ball that you're supposed to send shooting up, falls back down, and then makes kind of a noise as it falls down. And the kind of imp chuckles at you and holds his hand out for the mace. Or the hammer.
Alright, he gives it back.
Wait, it says each player gets 2 swings.
It does. Do you want to try and swing again?
Oh. You know what? Sure.
Alrighty, roll a disadvantage again.
Can't believe it, DMing the DM.
I got a 9.
Alright.
And then my other roll. Oh, I got a 14 this time.
You still have to use the 9, but yeah. So you go and try and hit it again, and it goes a little bit higher this time, but again, it falls back down with the same kind of rude noise. And at this point, the little imp thing is just grinning ear to ear, just complete shit-eating smile on his face.
Well, I guess I tried.
Question about range shell. Do you wear gloves of any kind?
No.
So you touched the hammer with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Turtle hands.
My arms feel very weak for some
Big
reason.
turtle hands. Steros will step up and pull his sleeves over his palms so that when he goes to grab the hammer, of course also dropping a gold piece towards the towards the imp at the same time. When he goes to grab the hammer, he's not touching it with his bare hands.
Clever. You can go ahead and roll
Bird hand.
without disadvantage.
I'm going to inspire Steros.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Whenever I said all those smart ass things would bite me in the ass, yeah, it did.
Nothing personal.
So, am I rolling at advantage with Inspire?
No, just... oh, wait. I think you add... Yeah,
add a
you
D6.
add. So you're just rolling regular.
And this is just a strength check.
Mhm.
Okay. How much do I add?
D6.
A d6. Okay, so... And then...
You Yeah, I think you can choose when to use it.
Okay, so this is just a flat strength check, no advantage, no disadvantage, just flat.
Yes.
19.
Very nice. While the little imp thing gives you the stink eye because you figured it out, you heft the hammer over your shoulder, and with all of your might, inspired by Walt's amazing tunes, you slam it down as hard as you can, and the bell goes shooting up and rings the target at the top. And the little gremlin dude scowls at you and holds out his hand for the hammer again.
He will go ahead and hand it back.
When you hand it back to him, the little creature, again just gritting his teeth, waves his hand over the hammer, and a strange kind of shimmery effect appears over the hammer and then snaps and breaks. And then he points to the sign that says that underneath it, it says, if you win, you get the hammer as a prize.
Ooh!
Oh wow.
And I will send you the thing, but essentially, if you hit a fiend, it takes extra radiant damage.
Ooh.
Oh.
Whoa.
Holy
It is a tune, though.
It is attunement. Okay.
Yes.
I guess it's a good thing I didn't win this, because I wouldn't have used the hammer.
I
I don't know if any of you
technically-
will, but it's a nice thing to have.
I mean, technically, I would probably be better off not using it, but it might come in handy later.
Who knows?
Is it too big for Pogs?
Don't. God, that'd be so funny.
Oh my god, I was thinking the same.
Big hammer wielding little calico-sized lizard.
God, I think that'd be so funny. That should be fine. That should be totally
Bro-
fine.
Bro magics the hammer, so he's technically
Yeah.
not using melee.
When you go to pick up the now uncursed hammer from the stupid little gremlin thing, he also hands you 10 gold.
I get 10 gold, so I keep the one I gave, or is it just 7 plus?
It's 10 plus the one you gave.
Okay, sorry. Hails, yeah.
Why is this stupid thing not popping up? I have a stat page for it. It's just not. It's being dumb. Oh well, I'll put it in the thingy-majigger. None of you are going to be using it, so I'll just keep it for Pogs. Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
How does Pogs feel about it?
Yeah, Pogs. I can't speak. Steros will nod to the imp in like a short thank you, and turn to Pogs and kneel down to try and hand it to him. Think you can wield this, buddy?
You want me to carry it for you?
Well, I'm giving it to you as a gift.
As a gift? Again, big ol' eyes, big sad cobalt eyes. And now him with his beautiful little ring and his giant feathered hat, and now a huge ass hammer wielded over his shoulder. Probably looks like the coolest kobold, at least to him, in all the world.
Welcome to the team.
Kobold in the world.
All right, move you guys back over here.
It's our goal to deck out pods
Yep.
with all sorts of
And-
stuff.
Yep, end game fashion for kobolds.
Yes. If I said crossbow again. If Rain Shell ends up dying, which I hope not, but if he ends up dying, give him his heavy crossbow.
There you go. I love it.
I'd love for Rachel's name to be Crossbow, because I think that's just so funny.
I keep thinking of like the weapon crossbow, but I'm also like remembering like character from that one Star Wars animated series, The Bad Batch, crossbow. And then I'm like, no, that's not. Oh, Crosshair. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. I can't.
all have
I
those
can't remember
moments.
any names today.
I mean, I
What's the
couldn't
name?
remember the word for partial, so.
Yeah. We all have our word.
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys thinking of moving on?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Look here.
I hear
Rose-
the
Rose a
Loki
trickster god.
connection, but that was actually not intentional at all. I used the name generator. This next one is going to take a little bit of setup, so I might give a break while you guys kind of plan how you're doing it. Unlike all the others, which are kind of the traditional booths and whatnot, this one actually appears to be a stage. With standing on top of it is an extremely well-dressed, dapper man. You know, he has the traditional bard attire, very well embroidered and whatnot. And there's a bunch of seats in front of him, like, oh no, Rachel, you spread the stupid to me. I can't think of the word. Bleachers! Bleachers! There's a whole bunch of bleachers, and a few of the semi-transparent people are sitting on them enraptured as the individual on the stage is reading poetry to them. But he stops as soon as you approach, and he says, "Oh, do we have some challengers?" So, the test that you can do here is to put on any sort of performance that you want. I'm basing this off of Critical Role's arm wrestling competition thing. Essentially, each of you are going to roll performance against each other of whatever kind of performance that you want to do, and try and win approval from the crowd. And whoever gets the most approval wins.
Okay.
But it depends on how you want to perform. We have a bard, but you could sing, or you could try and do an acrobatic act altogether, or some sort of dexterous sorceress feat. I just kind of wanted to throw it out there for you guys to become a singing troupe band thingamajigger.
I'll step up.
Well,
Boy.
I want to give you guys time to think about what you want to do, and I also want to grab a little bit more water and chicken on madness.
Okay.
Yeah, do
So
I
I'm
kind
gonna
of
give you, like,
thought of something already. It's gonna be great.
So,
I'll give you five-ish guys, or give you guys 5-ish minutes to kind of coordinate with each other on what you want to do, and I will check back in.
All right.
So my immediate thought, obviously we have a bard. Steros is a pirate, so he probably knows a lot of sea shanties.
Yep. I would assume.
Yeah. I'm actually good in. Hold on. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm good in athletics and strength. So I thought of doing something like spinning on the top of my shell or something.
So
or moving
breakdancing.
around.
Breakdancing. I love it.
Yeah, rain shell breakdancing. Let's go.
Are you gonna like breakdance to sea shanty bard music, or are you?
No,
just
it's
gonna...
not really a breakdance. It's just like spinning in a shell and moving around in it. See if that works. Maybe, I don't know.
That would be fairly impressive to see.
Oh, what if I do a balancing act too? Like have something like balance on me while I'm spinning on my shell.
Like a kobold?
Wait, I don't want
Bro,
to risk
Pogs
hurting.
is gonna be so dizzy.
I don't want to risk hurting Pogs. But maybe
What if?
we can try.
I mean,
this.
there are plenty of actual. I know you said not breakdancing, but breakdances that go from a spin to a handstand where you're like balancing on one hand for a couple of seconds.
Oh yeah, I could try that.
I wonder if we could convince her to roll advantage on things.
Oh, the thing you always try to get.
Yeah, advantage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got this. Don't.
Oh,
I don't have any. I don't think I have any spells that would help.
Would Walt know any sea shanties?
I
specific ones?
know plenty of songs. Sailors come into port all the time, and yeah, I've learned a few.
Okay. So is that something Walt would do with Steros? Just do sea shanty?
Absolutely.
I could spice it up with some key fire stuff.
Oh,
Do
like
some
how
well, you know those stances that a lot of people take in martial arts training where they're not exactly attacking, they're just kind of centering themselves and
I
getting
think I've seen
balance.
that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Neutral stance.
He could do a bunch of those while his fists are on fire, and it could create more pizzazz.
I see where this is going. And I'm for it. This sounds amazing. I think we have this in the bag, you guys.
Yeah.
If we roll good.
So I am so sorry to do this, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and end things now. Madness has been dealing with some tooth dental pain stuff, and he's not doing good, so I'm gonna go take care of him.
Yeah, of course.
But
Yeah,
as a sorry for having to end things early, I am happy to do this next week if you guys want to just kind of pick up where we left off.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Let me.
Work
should,
schedules depending, of course. I'm so sorry for ending
Yeah.
early. I just want to go make sure he's
It's
all right.
fine.
No,
I'll be
you're
available.
totally fine.
I should
Oh,
be good
Madness
for
is
next week
okay.
if we do.
Oh, Madness will
Yeah.
be fine. We're just kind of waiting for him to get in and see someone, and I know it's just hurting him a lot. So
Ouch.
You gotta comfort your
Yeah.
boy.
I'm gonna go cuddle with the boy and pet his head and tell him to stop being a little bitch. I mean,
Yay, that's awesome. So you want me to end the stream, right?
yes. Go ahead and end the stream.
Alrighty, guys. Tell your stream people bye.
Bye, stream
Bye
people.
bye.
Bye,
See you
stream
guys next
people.
time.
Bye, stream.
Thank you guys. for
Goodbye.